The rise and fall of MySpace. In August 2003, a group of employees built a website on company time. No investors, no vision, no permission from anyone important. 10 days, a back room, Beverly Hills. Within 2 years, it was the most visited website on planet Earth. Bigger than Google, bigger than Yahoo. 200,000 people signed up, every single day. Then it vanished. Not slowly, not gracefully. It was sold for 6 cents on the dollar. 50 million songs were quietly deleted, and the two people who built it were never really given a choice in any of it. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. The company didn't collapse because of bad luck. It was handed piece by piece to people who only knew how to take from it. And every time they took something, they called it saving it. Part 1. The two men who built it. Beverly Hills, 2001. Tom Anderson did not look like a tech founder. He'd been a vocalist in a rock band. He'd dropped out of UCLA. He was working as a copywriter at a startup called X Drive when the company went bankrupt, and he lost everything. Chris DeWolf was different. Finance background, marketing background, VP of sales and marketing at the same dying company. That's where they met. And when X Drive collapsed, they didn't separate. They started a small internet marketing firm called ResponseBase. In 2002, a scrappy online media company called eUniverse bought them. And that's when they noticed something. A social website called Friendster was exploding in popularity. But every time it got popular, it crashed. Users would flood in. Servers couldn't handle it. Pages wouldn't load. People got frustrated. People left. Friendster had built something people wanted and had no idea what to do with it. Anderson and DeWolf sat in a room with other eUniverse employees and made a decision. Build something better, faster, open to everyone. They built the first version of MySpace in 10 days. 10 days. On August 1st, 2003, it went live. And eUniverse's 20 million subscribers started flooding in. Here's what you need to hold on to before this story gets darker. Years later, long after everything collapsed, a father would post online about something he'd lost on MySpace that no money could replace. We'll get there. But first, you need to understand what MySpace actually was. Part 2. What MySpace actually was. Here is what nobody remembers clearly. MySpace wasn't a social network. It was the first time in internet history that ordinary people were given a canvas. Not a username, not a forum post, a page. Their page. You could change the background, pick a font, embed a song that auto-played when anyone opened your profile, write your About Me in any voice you wanted, and choose your top 8 friends. 8 spots, visible to the entire world. 8 choices that announced to everyone who you were and who mattered to you. This wasn't browsing the internet. This was living on it. And teenage America not once, not ever had seen anything like it. By 2004, MySpace was spreading through American high schools the way fire spreads through dry grass. No algorithm, no paid marketing, no celebrity endorsements. Just teenagers telling teenagers, you have to get on this. By January 2006, 200,000 new signups every single day. By 2007, 320,000 new users daily, 100 million users. And in 2006, MySpace surpassed Google to become the most visited website in the United States. Read that again. Not just in social media, not just in entertainment, in everything. And that's when this story should have had a happy ending. It didn't. Part 3. The Music Revolution. But before the fall, one more thing happened that nobody gives MySpace enough credit for. It didn't just host music, it dismantled the entire music industry gatekeeping system. Overnight. In the mid-2000s, the recording industry was in free fall. CD sales are collapsing, labels cutting artists, radio stations, A&R executives, music journalists, they still decided who the world heard. MySpace deleted that model. Any band, any bedroom, upload your song. Any fan, anywhere on Earth could find it. No label required, no radio play required, no middleman. Consider 4 young men from Sheffield, England. They'd started playing music together after getting instruments as Christmas gifts. They made demo CDs by hand and passed them out at pub gigs. Their fans loved the music so much they ripped the CDs themselves and uploaded the songs to a MySpace page. A page the band didn't even know existed. That band was the Arctic Monkeys. Talent scouts found them on MySpace. Domino Records signed them. Their debut album became the fastest-selling debut in British music history. Adele said it plainly. "I owe my whole career to my friend Lindsay. He put me on MySpace." Lily Allen, Lady Gaga, My Chemical Romance, The Killers, the roster of artists. MySpace launched reads like a decade of music history. At its peak, 14 million musicians, 50 million tracks. This was not a social network. This was the most important music discovery platform ever built. And then the people who understood none of that came in. Part 4. The meeting that changed everything. Before we get to the collapse, there's one meeting, one conversation, that history keeps skipping over. February 2005. A 20-year-old named Mark Zuckerberg sat down with Chris DeWolf. He wanted to sell his company, a college-only social network, barely a year old, clean, simple, no music, no HTML, no personality. He wanted $75 million. DeWolf said no. Not because he couldn't afford it, because he didn't think it mattered. That's the detail that changes everything. DeWolf wasn't scared of Facebook. He wasn't even watching Facebook. MySpace was the most visited website on Earth. Why would anyone look sideways at a college project? By late 2005, Facebook's asking price had risen to $750 million. DeWolf said no again. Facebook would eventually surpass $1 trillion in market value. But the number isn't the point. The point is why DeWolf said no, twice. MySpace didn't buy Facebook because MySpace didn't feel threatened by Facebook. And that comfort, that institutional arrogance is what broke everything. Not spam, not the design, not the ads. Arrogance. Part 5. Rupert Murdoch buys the internet. July 2005. Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation paid $580 million for Intermix Media, MySpace's parent company. Here is the detail everyone gets wrong. Anderson and DeWolf did not choose to sell. They reportedly opposed the deal. They were employees of Intermix, not its owners. When Intermix was sold, MySpace was dragged along with it. The founders received only a small fraction of the $580 million. They were handed to News Corp. Every major media outlet called it a masterstroke. The old media buying the new. Rupert Murdoch entering the digital age. Here's what actually happened the moment the deal closed. News Corp projected MySpace would generate $1 billion in annual advertising revenue by 2008. So they sent in a sales team, not to build MySpace, to extract it. Ads multiplied, pop-ups appeared. Autoplay video ads inserted themselves between content. The site, already running hot under the weight of its own traffic, began to slow. DeWolf later described fighting News Corp's own team just to protect the user experience. The pressure was constant. The message was clear. Generate revenue. Worry about users later. And while News Corp was doing that, a company in Palo Alto was doing something very different. Facebook was not trying to make money. Facebook was trying to make itself indispensable. There's a difference, and MySpace never understood it. Part 6. The fatal flaw. Here is the thing about MySpace that no one said out loud. Its greatest strength was also its greatest weakness. The total freedom to customize profiles? Revolutionary in 2003, catastrophic by 2006. Loading an average MySpace page by 2007 meant wading through auto-playing music, flashing GIF backgrounds, cursor trails, embedded video, conflicting fonts, clashing color schemes, and enough broken HTML to freeze your browser. The pages were expressive. They were also frequently illegible. Facebook gave users a form. Fill it in. Every profile identical. Clean. Controlled. Quiet. MySpace gave users a canvas. Paint whatever you want. One felt like art, the other felt like a product. And as social networking moved from teenagers to college students to adults to businesses, the product won. But that wasn't even the real problem. By 2007, MySpace was drowning in spam. Fake profiles, phishing links, automated bots promoting music, adult websites, pyramid schemes. The open architecture that made MySpace unique made it impossible to police. Facebook's controlled environment was far more resistant. Users started to notice. They started to leave. And then came the headline, "No parent ever forgot." In 2007, MySpace announced it had removed 29,000 registered sex offenders from its platform. The announcement was meant to show responsibility. Instead, it became a number burned into every parent's memory, attached to the platform their children used every day. The departure accelerated.
Hi, I'm Mike, the creator of this Corporate Collapse YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying our deep dive into what really happened to MySpace. Up next, we'll explore the turning point where it all began to unravel. If you're enjoying the content, please give us a like and subscribe for more. Now let's dive back into the story.
Part 7. The Tipping Point. April 19th, 2008. On that single date, Facebook overtook MySpace in global rankings. Internally at News Corp, a tremor, noticeable but dismissed. Publicly, MySpace executives called it a blip. It was not a blip. There's a phrase in tech called the product death spiral. You lose users, so you add more ads to compensate. The ads make the product worse, so you lose more users, so you add more ads. Round and round. MySpace never saw it happening. Or worse, they saw it and couldn't stop it. Because by now, the $900 million Google deal had become a trap. Think about that. The deal that once proved MySpace's dominance was now a set of handcuffs. MySpace had guaranteed Google a specific volume of traffic. As users migrated to Facebook, traffic fell. But the contractual obligations didn't. They were being stripped for advertising revenue at the exact moment they needed to be investing in the product. Facebook introduced the newsfeed, photo tagging, the infrastructure that would become the modern social internet. MySpace was fighting with its own parent company over whether to run another banner ad. And this is where everything broke. Part 8. The Fire Sale. In 2009, Chris DeWolf stepped down as CEO. Tom Anderson stepped down as president. The two people who understood what MySpace was, who built it, who fought for it from inside News Corp, were gone. News Corp cycled through replacements. Owen Van Natta, Mike Jones. Each arrived with a strategy. Each departed without a solution. By February 2011, traffic had fallen 44% year over year. Advertisers smelling blood walked away from long-term deals. News Corp officially put MySpace up for sale. No one met the asking price. In June 2011, after a frantic search for any buyer willing to write a check, MySpace was sold to Specific Media Group and a celebrity investor. That investor was Justin Timberlake. Sale price, $35 million. News Corp had paid $580 million. Rupert Murdoch later called the acquisition a huge mistake. That is, to put it gently, an understatement. But here's the part history always skips. The collapse wasn't just financial, it was permanent. It erased something that could never be recovered. Part 9. The Erasure. March 2019, MySpace quietly posted a notice on its website. As a result of a server migration project, any photos, videos, and audio files you uploaded more than 3 years ago may no longer be available on or from MySpace. 50 million songs, 12 years of music history, gone. Not archived, not recoverable, gone. Every demo a teenager recorded in their bedroom at 2 a.m. and uploaded hoping someone, anyone, might hear it. Gone. Every unsigned band's only surviving recordings. Gone. Early sessions from artists who went on to sell millions of records. Gone. A father posted online, "My son recorded a song when he was 7 years old. His guitar instructor uploaded it to his MySpace page. My son died 2 years ago, at the age of 20. I would do anything to be able to hear that again." Tech expert Andy Bio said what a lot of people were thinking. "I'm deeply skeptical this was an accident." He believed it was simpler than that. A dying company, 50 million old files, no money to host them. A quiet way to make the problem disappear. We will probably never know. What we know is this: the digital library of an entire musical era, irreplaceable, unrepeatable, was erased without warning, without ceremony, without any real accountability. Because by 2019, almost no one was paying attention to MySpace anymore, which is exactly what they were counting on. Part 10. What it all means. MySpace didn't collapse because people stopped using the internet. Internet usage exploded after 2008. Social networking became the dominant force of the 21st century. MySpace invented the profile, the feed, the playlist. The direct artist-to-fan connection is now the foundational architecture of every platform on Earth. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. Every single one built on something MySpace figured out first. And here's the deepest irony. The company that invented the modern social internet was destroyed by the industry it created. Because once MySpace showed the world what was possible, every competitor that followed had one advantage. MySpace didn't. They'd watched MySpace make every mistake. DeWolf has said he regrets it, that with more autonomy, they could have kept growing. He's probably right. Tom Anderson, everyone's first friend, the face that greeted every new user on the platform, walked away in 2009. He'd received a small fraction of the $580 million. He'd been sidelined from the company he built. He spent his years traveling the world, taking photographs. He made peace with it. It took 10 days to build MySpace. 10 days. And years of decisions made by people who never understood what they had to destroy it. They thought they had a media property. They had a community. And when you treat a community like a media property, it leaves. Quietly. Without warning. Without a final farewell. Just like MySpace itself. The website was purchased for $580 million, sold for $35 million, then sold again, then stripped for parts. Today it exists as a ghost, broken links, missing images, a music player that stopped working, articles that haven't been updated since 2022. The blue and white logo still flickers across nostalgia posts and retro memes. It has become a symbol, not of ambition, not pioneering, of what happens when you build something that changes the world, and hand it to people whose only question was, how much can we take from this before it breaks? They got their answer. 50 million songs. Gone.